Hello everybody. It's been a while, hasn't it? Today, we are back with the Fossils and Archaeology mod, ready to clone dinosaurs and bring them back from the brink of extinction. Now, there's quite a bit I need to explain as to why I've been gone for so long. Long story short, I had a house fire, my laptop got seriously damaged, and I couldn't make videos for a while. But what made this even worse is that not only did I lose a lot of footage, but I also lost my Minecraft worlds, which I had a lot of progress on. So due to the circumstances, I had to start over from scratch. Also, in case if you guys were wondering, don't worry, my family and I got out unharmed. Although, I will admit, I'm still extremely frustrated that I lost all that stuff on my laptop. But like everything else in this world, we do have to treat this as an adventure and persevere, and we'll get through it. So, let's begin.
Here we go. Alright.
Once again, we have started off with some free items and a few resources from the mod. This will actually help us get some fossils and clone some prehistoric wildlife a lot easier. After mining a little bit of coal, I decided to go ahead and find some fossils, and I soon find a cave that had some iron in it. I then realized that the villagers would also have some resources to help me clone some prehistoric animals as well, so I decided to go into one of the houses and find some. And sure enough, I do find some genetic material as well as some chicken essence. I then get to a dig site and mine some fossils, as well as finding a book that can help me make the Dinopedia. The Dinopedia will actually help me take care of my creatures a lot more efficiently. I then find a sinkhole which I believe would have a lot of fossils in it and drop down to go find some. I then find an elasmotherium ribcage. Now I thought for this commentary I decided that I would talk a little bit about some of the prehistoric creatures that you may not know about. This is the elasmotherium, a large woolly rhinoceros of sorts. It was also known as the Siberian unicorn, due to its very long, very large one horn. These creatures were incredibly aggressive and territorial, and were more solitary than even modern-day rhinos. I then went further deeper into the cave, only to realize that I didn't make any torches to help me see. Because of this, I had to navigate my own way through the cave in the dark, trying to avoid any monsters that may attack me.
Oh no. Get my sword up.
I then find some permafrost, slip of a rock, and of course, as soon as I'm about to get it, I get shot by a skeleton on the spot.
Come on. No. Oh, I can't get out. Come on. Oh.
While I was analyzing the genetic material, I didn't realize this at first, but I actually had a Titanus arm bone. Titanus was an incredibly large terror bird. This terror bird stands out from more larger species because it was the first and so far only known one in North America. It may have even hunted early mammals, and possibly rivaled a lot of other creatures in regards to speed. I eventually also get some Gallimimus DNA. This dinosaur doesn't really need much of an introduction, due to the fact that it's appeared in many films such as the Jurassic franchise, but long story short, it's a dinosaur that takes a very eerily similar appearance to either an ostrich or an emu. We also managed to get some Megalograptus DNA. Megalograptus is a very large creature that is colloquially known as a sea scorpion. The so-called sea scorpion most likely didn't have a poisonous stinger, however, and most likely just ate its prey by tearing away at them whilst eating. They're not the only sea scorpion though, and there are a lot of other members of its family that may have even hunted it when it recently shed its skin and its new exterior hasn't hardened yet. It seemed we had hit the jackpot for fossils because we also got some Deinonychus DNA. Deinonychus was a very large dromaeosaur, and essentially the real velociraptors of Jurassic Park. That being said though, it still looked pretty different from the Jurassic Park velociraptors, as it wasn't as scaly as you would have thought. It was still a very vicious predator, however, and may have even called upon other members of its species like Komodo dragons to bring down large, very strong prey. Heading back to the analyzer, we also got some Megalania DNA. An incredibly large monitor lizard from Australia, even bigger than the Komodo dragon. It was most likely even related to the Komodo dragon, and possibly even hunted large prey, as well as having venomous bites. We also managed to get some elasmotherium DNA. I'd say we're off to a good start. We've got 5 different DNA, all from different animals. I then found a cave which also had some creepers in it. I then hopped into the cave, but then died to lava like a complete idiot.
Dang it.
I then went to get more fossils, but didn't get much after dying from a zombie. I then decided I would get some more wood to build my first enclosure for my first animal. I was going to make a Deinonychus. You're probably wondering how I'm going to keep it from escaping. So I had an idea. I made the fence really tall so it couldn't get out, and also put 2 gates at the entrance so I can get in without letting it out. I'd say this was a pretty solid enclosure, so after putting a feeder and food in the feeder in the enclosure, it was time to clone our first dinosaur. I put the Deinonychus DNA and the Baogu in, and it began cultivating. While the DNA was cultivating, I went to get more meat to fill up the feeder a bit more. I then saw some nautilus in the water and tried to catch them for food, but gave up after a while. Surprisingly, the nautilus is a prehistoric animal that is still alive today, and looks very similar to an ammonite. There it was. Our first ever dinosaur egg. I popped it in the enclosure and watched it carefully to make sure it hatched. Just so you know, it's recommended by me that you place torches around the egg to keep it warm.
Oh, it's hatching.
The egg then hatched and popped out a little baby Deinonychus. I then saved my game and came back after a few days break. The first thing I did was to kill some cows to get some meat for my Deinonychus. I then slip into a ravine and get attacked by this zombie. I then get sneak attacked by this creeper. Clearly one of the many reasons why I hate creepers. I shortly after find a ravine with some water in it, so I decided to try to jump in the water and what? After dying a lot of times, I realized it was time to build some armor, so I made some iron leggings and an iron chest plate with the iron I had. So now that I was mostly suited up with armor, I went to go find some more fossils, which I found a cave that had a lot of fossils in it. And one of the fossils turned out to be an Edaphosaurus vertebrae, in which the Edaphosaurus looked very similar to a Dimetrodon, but surprisingly was actually a herbivore rather than a carnivore. Eventually I nearly ran out of torches and had to use them sparingly whilst navigating my way through the dark. And then I get killed by a skeleton again. Shortly after putting the fossils in the analyzer, I got some Ankylosaurus DNA. This is also another dinosaur that is very popular, and doesn't really need much of an introduction, other than it was a herbivore and it had these bony plates and a club tail to defend itself from large predators like T-Rex. I then also get some Edaphosaurus DNA. While the fossils continued analyzing, I went to collect some wood to gather resources into building enclosures and making torches. I then went to check on my fluffy little baby Deinonychus to check if it's still got food in its feeder. It still had quite a bit of food in it, but I decided to fill it up a bit more. I then decided it's time to make another iron pickaxe due to the fact that the other one was running low on durability. I also make an iron helmet and some iron boots. After setting out to find some more fossils, I get annoyingly chased by a creeper and then find a ravine, which I was planning to go down to, if the creeper hadn't blown me up. I swear I was hitting him with my sword. I mean, how was I not hitting him in his giant freaking noggin? It just shows how absolutely irritating creepers can be. Anyways, let's move on. I later on find another ravine and then mine a few fossils. And since there was an enderman in the cave, my feeble little brain decided it would be a great idea to go ahead and fight it. Of course, I really didn't win the fight in the slightest. I then found a small little cave, and when I tried to mine the fossils within it, a creeper tried to blow me up. There was also a second creeper right behind it, so I decided to try and blow that one up as well. I then went back in to mine the fossils, and of course there was a third creeper with a bunch of monsters behind it. I then eventually do die to a skeleton, but I got plenty of fossils anyways. Heading back to the analyzer, I found out that I actually had 2 pieces of Ceratosaurus DNA, which could potentially give me the ability to make a breeding couple if I wanted to. To make a long story short, this dinosaur is a pretty interesting one. This is mainly due to the fact that it looks like a T-Rex, but it had these 3 strange horn-like protrusions on the top of its head. These were either used for defense or most likely as a mating display. We also got some Confuciusornis DNA. This animal was an early bird that lived in China during the early Cretaceous period, which meant that it lived at the time of the dinosaurs. We also got some sturgeon DNA. Like the nautilus, the sturgeon is also a prehistoric aquatic animal that lived at the time of the dinosaurs and is still alive with us today. Their evolution dates back to the early Triassic, which is where the first dinosaurs came about. After getting more fossils later on, I analysed them to get more DNA. I even had an Adaphosaurus ribcage and a plesiosaur leg bone. When you look at a plesiosaur, you may think it looks something like the Loch Ness Monster. And when you look at its teeth, it looks pretty scary. Although because of their teeth, they physically couldn't chew their prey, and had to swallow them whole. We then got another bit of sturgeon DNA, and then some plesiosaur DNA. I once again got more fossils, and managed to get another piece of Megalograptus DNA. After a while of thinking, I knew exactly what I wanted to clone. So I started gathering up some wood for a Megalograptus enclosure. Since there was water nearby, I decided to build the enclosure in that. And there we go. I basically finished the enclosure. I went back to the house and began cultivating the 2 bits of Megalograptus DNA that I had. Once they had finished cultivating, I put the eggs in the enclosure, where they hatch instantly. You can't really see them all that well, but trust me, they're there. They're just babies. I then went back to the house, saved the game again, and came back once again after a few days break. The first thing I wanted to do was get some string from a spider to help me get fish for my Megalograptus due to the fact that they're piscivorous, which means they mainly eat fish. Which I eventually found a spider, only for a bunch of monsters to protect it and kill me in the process, so I could not get the string. So I had another go at trying to find some string. I looked across mountains, I looked in a cave, and then eventually found a ravine with a spider in it. This was even more satisfying than it should have been, because it took me at least 20 minutes to find that one piece of string. After respawning back to the house, I went fishing to get food for my Megalograptus. But when I went to feed my Megalograptus, I got absolutely obliterated. Oh my god! What the? Why are they attacking me? Why are they? Hey, I'm feeding you! Hey, take the fish! Oh my god. Ow! I can't move! I literally cannot move. Why are they attacking me? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ow! 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 I can't get out! Oh my god! I'm getting mauled to death! Come on! Just take the fish. Okay, they're taking the fish, but... Oh my god. Ow. I literally... Ow. Ow. Dude. Turns out they didn't want to be kept waiting for food. Fair enough. After a little bit of thinking, I decided of what I wanted to make next. I figured I'd make a Ceratosaurus. 2 of them. So I went around the place to gather some meat. I then made my land around the house flatter to prepare for the enclosure. After putting the final touches on the enclosure, it was time to put the food in, and then clone the Ceratosaurus. While the Ceratosaurus DNA was cultivating, I put the food in the feeder. I then went fishing again for food for my Megalograptus. Of course, just like before I got attacked, but this time was even worse. Ah, serious? What the? They can walk on land! No! Oh! Oh my god! Take the fish! Take the fish! Oh my god! No! Dude! How? They can walk on land? How is that possible? No, 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 no! Oh my god, they can walk on... What? No, 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 he's getting away. No, no, get back here, please. No, 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 no. Get back here, please. Why are you... Okay, yeah. Move back into your closure, please. Why is he... He's calm, so he's not gonna attack me. You want fish? You want fish? Hang on. Go back in there, and I'll feed you fish. There you go. Thank you. I did not know that Megalograptus can walk on land. So because of this new discovery, I decided to get enough food to hopefully calm them down. I then cooked the fish I got to hopefully get them some more energy, and then fed them. I'm gonna feed you, so don't break out again. Oh, he ate it straight away. Okay, good. Hello. You good? Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Are they good? I think they're good. They're good. Nice. After checking their hunger meter, I can confirm that the Megalograptus were once again docile. Shortly after collecting some more meat for the Ceratosaurus enclosure, I had found another escapee. What the? How'd you get out? How? No! No, 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 no. How did you get... No, no. Turns out my Deinonychus was now finally fully grown and had gained the ability to climb walls and fences. So it turns out that the enclosure I made for it was not secure enough, and it got out easily. The only way for me to get it back in its enclosure was to command it to follow me, and even then it was still not easy getting it back in its cage. Where are you? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She's coming. There we go. No, no, no. Get through the gate, through the gate. Come on. Gate's right here. Come on. I wish I had a lead. No. Come here. Oh my god, I swear to god. Come here. Come on. Follow me. Follow me back into... Oh, okay. Okay, this could be good. Over the log. No, 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 no. Over the log, please. Come on, get in. No! Oh my god. Okay, seriously, how am I supposed to get our... Come here, come here. No, no, no. Yes, 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 come on. No! Get back in. Yes, there we go. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can go for the gate, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, little fluff ball. Seriously, I'm... How... Come on. Get over here. Get... Thank you. God damn. I then got the Ceratosaurus eggs, put them in the enclosure, and wait for them to hatch. Shortly after they hatched, I checked, and it turns out that one of them's male and one of them's female, which means I have officially made my first breeding couple of Ceratosaurus. Now this would have been where the video ended, if the Deinonychus didn't break out again. It took me probably another 20 minutes to get the Deinonychus back in the enclosure so I can end the recording. The thing even got stuck in a dig site, which is what cost me the extra time. And boy, would you not believe how relieved I was once I got it back in. Oh my god. It was at that point that I ended the recording. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more commentaries like this in the future, just let me know. I can't wait to start making more videos again, and I hope you're excited too. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video then leave a like, and if you want to see more of my content in the future then hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to share this with your family and friends, and I'll see you all in the next adventure. Peace out everyone.